Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing something a little bit different on my channel. We are actually doing an apartment renovation. So this is 1312 21 Chic Street. This is in San Myshuno in the Fashion District. I wanted to play with the new modern Luxe kit that just came out. This kit was created by a fellow simmer, Zarela. So I wanted to highlight this. I didn't end up getting the other one, but this one I really enjoyed just because it had a couple of functional items in it that I've been kind of wanting in the game, rather than just utilizing CC for it. So there is a TV that is basically disguised as artwork and also a functional record player. So I jumped on getting this kit. I'm like split with the kits, honestly, because I also pay for like CC creators on their Patreons and pay about the same sometimes. So I'm split 50-50. If there's something you really want, I think it's worth it if you are like financially able. I know it's not something that everyone is able to do. I'm a little bit older and a little bit more financially stable in my life right now, so I tend to buy the kits if I see something that I really enjoy. So for this, I wanted to redo a apartment in the Fashion District because I just thought it would be appropriate and fitting. I actually have a sim that's living here. If you guys are interested in like current household videos still, I know they used to be really popular. If you're still interested in those, let me know, because I have a sim living in this apartment. I've been enjoying just playing through it and like living that luxurious life. I am not a luxurious person by any means. I am super casual, I'm a comfy cozy kind of person. So this is a little bit out of my comfort zone. So as you guys see, I am working on the kitchen right now, and I wanted it to look very like built in, a lot of warm woods with like the luxurious new wallpaper. And I went for a lot of blues and browns. I tend to like that color scheme together. I do wish the trim on this wallpaper was also like a wood trim, like a darker wood. I may do. I also am coming to realize that I wish we had more hood vents for stoves because there's not many options, and I really wanted this one to stick out a little bit from the cabinet, but I couldn't get it to quite work. It ends up looking okay. I wanted it to match the appliances a little bit more, but I did what I could. I ended up adding this new rug that also came in the kit, and I think it just ties all the browns and all of that together. And then I debated on putting a new tile in the background, and it took me a while because I feel like there should be a backsplash. So I ended up going with this one from Spa Day. It's like wide blue tiles, and I feel like it fits for a backsplash and also still complements the color of the wallpaper in every other space. And then I just finished it off with the little brass sink. I have never used this trash can from high school years, so I ended up putting that there. I feel like it looks like a plant pot to me. Then added these plants from the Horse Ranch pack, and I just wanted some more clutter items. I was resisting really hard on using CC, but I don't use these salt and pepper shakers very often, so I added that to the counter. And then I thought if you're a luxurious person, you would definitely have like a home espresso maker or a home latte maker, and so I added that to the cabinets. I wanted to use the new curtains. Of course, I end up using these curtains a lot, but they're the new ones that came with the pack, and they're just really nice. And added a plant into the corner right by the window, which I thought made sense. Over here, I didn't quite know what to do. I wanted to make it more functional and also look nice. I don't end up loving what I put here because I think it sticks out a little weird, and I think it would make walking in real life kind of difficult. But I wanted it to like kind of make sense with the other space that's in this area. As you guys can see, there's a door right there. There's going to be a laundry room in there, so I kind of wanted to add baskets and stuff underneath it to make it seem like, you know, you're moving laundry back and forth, and then put the broom here. I don't love the way that looks from like other angles, so it's not something that I would necessarily keep if I were to put this on the gallery. Like if I did put this on the gallery and people removed it, I wouldn't be upset because yeah, I don't think it looks quite the best. But I decided to move over to the entryway, and I wanted to change out the entryway wall a little bit just to add some more added detail. I might change this to like a wood paneling or something else instead. And then I took from the Modern Luxe kit, I took the end table and I just put them all together. There is a dresser in this, but the dresser sits higher than the side tables, so that's why I went with the side tables instead. I like how low they are, which makes it feel more like an entryway table to me. And then I just added a bunch of the decor pieces. These paintings in this kit are so beautiful, and I can't wait to use them in like every single build that I do. But yeah, I just added the purse decor, I added the sculpture decor, and then a few other items from other kits or from other packs. And I really just wanted to look lived in. I added the umbrella case, and then I realized that the swatches didn't quite look right, so I ended up changing the side tables to the gold swatch instead of the blue. And I think I do like that one better. I also realized there was a floor. I think this is too busy for me personally on the floor, so I added it to the ceiling, which looks really, really nice because it's not something you see super often, but when you do, you're like, oh, that's nice. So instead, I decided to add the herringbone floors everywhere. These are apartments, so I figured it'd be pretty standard in most places. So I ended up adding some standard tile in the kitchen and the herringbone floor throughout because, again, they're apartments, so I figured that would make the most sense. Added in this little entryway rug, and then I wanted to make the entryway look also functional. So I added, the light switch, some coat hangers, and then I thought about adding something more interesting to the walls, but I couldn't really find anything that I liked. I think I was dabbling with the idea of wood paneling on that back wall instead of just the plain painted wall. But I went through a few options and really struggled, so I went back to the kitchen, added the knives. Does anyone else build like this? Like you work on one area and you're like, no, gotta take a break. Then I ended up adding this like robe to the front and wanted to pretend it was a coat. I definitely need more like individual clothing pieces like this that look like they're hanging on racks. And then I could not find, I need to get the Better Build Buy mod again because I couldn't find the individual shoes. I kept finding the shoe racks, but I wanted the individual shoes. You guys know what I'm talking about? And I wanted to add those to the front. Did not end up finding them for this video. So I was like, I'm moving on. This was what really sold the kit for me, was this framed TV that looks like artwork when it's not on. I love these. These obviously are like real life items now. And I looked into getting one. So I added the sconces next to it. I added this, I think this was base game, this little dresser. Added a rug again. I did this swatch for the living room and then went into the book nook kit because this couch looks really cozy, but also I feel like it's pretty like modern in like style, meaning it's not like a modern style, but like I feel like a lot of people right now are really into couches that look like this. So I wanted to add that because I figured if you're, luxurious, and this kit is all about having made it and like making your money and stuff, I figured that would make the most sense. It's not the most luxurious one, but I think it makes sense in the space. I then added that shelf from high school years, I believe, and I wanted to put the record player here, but I didn't quite like how it looked. It was a little bit bulky and obviously blocked the TV. So instead I decided to put this potted plant that came from the kit, and of course the Live, Laugh, Love little like decor item. I had to add that. These pillows in this kit are going to be a game changer. You can add them to so many places. So I added that to one of the chairs that also came in this kit. And then I was trying to figure out layout. I wanted to put 2 side tables, but then I realized there was no walking space from the bathroom through the living room. So I end up moving the couch over so your sim can get through. I did play test this. Like I said, my current household is living in this apartment. So everything is working and functional. I ended up adding this armoire from the high school years pack because it just ties in with all the gold. And then I decided to move into the laundry room. So at first I was going to make this the bathroom and the other space like an office for her, but I decided I would add a laundry room. Laundry rooms aren't something I add very often, and this is a very tight one. So I did the stacked washer and dryer, and then I ended up just adding shelves to this other wall. Obviously I realized that the painting or the wallpaper isn't on this wall, so I do fix that. But yeah, just adding some decor pieces to these little floating shelves and fixing the wall. I figured I would make this one more neutral and plain, so I changed it to a different swatch. And then we move on to the bathroom. The bathroom section is also another section that I wish we had more shower tub options. I feel like we're really missing out on a lot of those. And then I spent a lot of time trying to find tile that match the tile in the shower so it didn't look so out of place. But yeah, I want more tub shower combos because I feel like those are pretty standard in most, especially in apartments, but in a lot of places. So finishing out the bathroom, I wanted to add some like blue color in here as well, just to kind of tie the whole apartment together, and then added the bronze sink as well. Like I said, browns and blues were kind of the theme of this whole apartment. I just feel like that's a really luxurious color combo. Maybe it's just me. I just really think royal blue and bronze are just a great combo. Spent a good bit of time trying to find a mirror and settled on the round one from Spa Day. And then just adding decor items in here to kind of make it look a little bit more lived in. I definitely think I could have added a little bit more. I was having issues with the slotting. It just didn't look right because they sit too far. So I really appreciate the Sims team added slottable areas on the sinks and stuff, but they didn't quite look right. So I did spend some time trying to go through paintings, added this little one from the Pastel Pop kit, which is a great kit. Again, when Simmers make kits, those are really good, and I always recommend those over other ones. And then we're just kind of wrapping up the bathroom. Gotta add the toilet paper, you know? I wanted to add the toilet paper to the counter. In my house, this is actually where our toilet paper is. It sits on it's like attached to the counter. I couldn't get it to work because I don't have my tool mod installed, so I ended up putting it on the wall, but that was the idea. That's why that stuff was kind of moving. And then I had this little space over here, and I was like, oh, I need to put something in that's like a skill. At first I was going to add a guitar, and I was like, oh no, a piano would be nice. But the smaller piano still was too wide. I tried to slot it through the wall and like do it that way, but it was visible in the bedroom. So I ended up taking the keyboard and a dresser, turning the dresser around and making it look like it was one cohesive piece. This makes it more slim. It took me a little bit to find a dresser, as you guys are seeing, but this is slimmer still than the upright piano that we got. This dresser obviously didn't work because you could see it through the wall, so you need a pretty slim dresser. Ended up using this one, and then you can slot stuff on top as well, which is really nice. But yeah, this ended up completing this little space. It's a functional item and a skill building item, so I figured this would be really important because you got to give your Sims something to do and something to like grow at. So I was really excited about that. Then I just added the bookshelf or the books from the new kit as well, and then just more decor pieces to kind of tie everything together. I ended up adding the autumnal leaves just because, you know, we're going into fall here in the northern hemisphere, so I figured why not. This other little space next to the couch, I wanted to add something as well. I think I ended up settling on the like gold dove little wall hanging. I had it out earlier. I feel like it fits this little space pretty well, so I ended up adding that. Move into the bedroom, which we are going to focus pretty heavily on the kit in this one. I really wanted to use the bed, obviously, because it's a huge staple part. This room is a little bit of an odd shape for how big this bed is, though, unfortunately. I didn't really think that through, but I obviously wanted to use the navy bed frame. Again, this is something that I wish I had tool mod for, so I could lift these curtains up just ever so slightly and kind of move the curtain rods. They have to overlap just traditionally in the game. And then I added the light from the kit as well right over like where you would walk in, because I figured that would be a nice little sitting area. We also ended up getting a vanity in this kit, which I think is really exciting. I don't personally have the kit that came, or the pack that came in originally. What is it? The Vintage Glamour kit. I don't have that one. So for me, this is really great. I spend way less money for something that is also functional. And then, like I said, I thought this would be a good sitting area. I added the 2 new chairs from the kit and the record player. I am so excited about the record player. I personally have a record player and collect records, so this was something that I was really, really hyped about. Ended up adding this little vacuum to the space because I figured why not, and then decided to decorate the vanity just a little bit. Added another functional item, which is the tablet, and then just decor pieces to kind of make it look like this is somewhere that, you know, a sim would get ready. So added some bath products, some, I think, the little makeup kit from high school years. Yep, the makeup kit. And then I ended up adding the bunny as well from Cottage Living because I just think it's such a cute little statue. So you'll see me add that. No real reason other than I think it's cute. It doesn't really fit in the space at all, but, you know, I feel like everyone likes at least one quirky item in their space. And then I played around with the idea of changing the color of the wallpaper, but I really like the blue. It's what I was going with. So that, guys, is it. This is the apartment. I hope you guys enjoy it. Again, this is something different that I don't typically do, but I, again, hope this was something that was enjoyable to watch. If you got the kit, let me know what your favorite item from it was, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!